you're always glad to be around here. Well, good. Let's go ahead and see what is coming up. Let's head down to the lab and see what's on this lab. I'm not going to talk about quivering, though. That's weird. Okay, you know who doesn't make me quiver? Our GMs, because they are here to basically take away the guilt. They're choosing the games, not me today, okay? And our GM choosing the game and thus inheriting all of my guilt is Garby, the glitcherous. Garby, come on in. Let's go ahead and chat a little bit about the upcoming game that we've got here. Hello. I assume you're here. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Perfect. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's been a good day, and I'm excited to give this out.
Yeah, again, we've had this on Kuso6rande, but I don't really remember too much about this game. But I know that it's one that you love.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Magic Boy for the Super Nintendo today.
Ah, yeah. Oh, look, it's even been discounted on the picture here. Let's see, it was 44 pounds. It's now 34 pounds. That's right. Everybody, you lost 10 pounds. And it's not even New Year's yet. Congrats. Garby, how are you doing? Anything exciting going on in your life right now?
Not really. I kind of had a pretty relaxing, holidays.
Oh, good. Yeah, everybody, y'all deserve some relaxation. Y'all deserve rest. And if you got to go be with family, then you probably deserve a break from them as well. And, we have Kuso6rande for that. We have the tournament there to help you all decompress from the stress that can come with the holidays. Although, ours was pretty relaxing here. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't travel anywhere. We just stayed here. Justin made a wonderful dinner last night, and it was delicious. I made cranberry sauce for it, but we had a glazed ham. He made the glaze himself. It wasn't spiral cut, and because of that, all the ham stayed juicy inside, and it was so good. Let me tell you.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. He makes great food now. When he first started trying to cook, though, yeah, there were some days. There were some days that, I mean, that's true with anybody learning to cook. It takes work to learn how to cook. And let me just say, there are times where I was like, let's just eat something else instead. But now, literally everything he makes, it ends up being delicious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I used to like cooking a little bit more. I get weird anxiety in the kitchen, though. So, if I'm cooking, people have to leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It can be stressful.
Yeah. It is a good skill to learn, yeah. But you know what? Less about food, more about Kuso6rande. Why did you go with Magic Boy?
Well, I feel it's a good game to do for this round in particular because there's a lot of content that, at least for a blind playthrough, you won't get to see in just an hour-long match. So doing this for New Game Plus gives me a chance to show off the later levels of the game.
Okay. Yeah, as far as I remember, this is a fairly long game. It is pretty difficult. I think I'm thinking of the right game here. That it's sort of like a collect-a-thon of sorts, but it's enemies that you collect and...
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm not totally delusional here. Good. Well, here are the two players. Okami of Games going up against Meta Knight 3000. Okami, the funny thing is, Okami was like, you know, when you gave the game out, you're like, have either of you played this? And Okami is like, I've got a copy sitting right here. Too bad I haven't tried it yet. And yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Let me see how the players are doing. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm a magic boy today. Okay. Actually, oh my gosh, one thing that when I lived in Brazil, it was all the rage for the missionaries there to do magic tricks. And in fact, like, they were so widely known for dumb little magic tricks that children would run up to random missionaries, you know, and be like, "Oh, elder, faz magica, you know, do some magic." And so I always had something prepared that I could show off. And then we'd be like, and then they'd bother us some more, and we're like, go away, you little nerds. We're busy walking around and being tired all day. Well, it looks like both of the players are ready to begin the match, and because of that, I think it's time for everybody to spam some emotes, magical emotes, obviously. What else would be appropriate, Garb?
So I guess maybe like, I guess cats would be appropriate because of the sound effects.
Oh my gosh, it's that game. I'm so excited. Yeah, spam cats, spam magic, everybody, please. We need to see it because we are starting. Amen, Maddie, thank you for the sub. Yeah, there's cats. See, we've got lots of Pfizers here. They can pop up. So here we go. This is Magic Boy for the Super Nintendo. And how far into it are we starting?
We're starting on the fourth world, and this is the final world of the first section. But after finishing this, we'll go on to the second section, which has 4 more worlds.
Okay. Yeah, I think that right now, the players, it's not really important to load states right at this point because they're gonna die a lot trying to figure this out. So just for the first few levels, really don't worry too much about lives, you know, get into the game a little bit and see how consistently easy or hard it will be. Thank you, Hedgemaze, for the cats, and Caro Z for the flannel cats, you know. I assume she meows sometimes. And Tempestrel, thank you as well. I see Tempestrel and Silver Star also resubscribed, so you are all pretty dang cool. Okay, well, Magic Boy, what's so magical about him? Oh wait, he's the one who caused problems with the wizards, right? Or what did he do? I'm gonna have to look up this story because it's a little weird.
Yeah, so he's like a magical apprentice. From what I remember, he's like an apprentice wizard who is taking his exams, but as he's going somewhere, he accidentally lets the monsters out.
Yeah. I think he wasn't supposed to go into the wizard's tower, but he did and let all the monsters out, and now he's like, well, that wasn't good. Okay.
Yeah.
Magic Boy SNES manual. Let me see if I can find this, because I would love to read a little bit from it. The music in this area is kind of fun. You know, last time you gave Audifence, and the music that we had in that area was actually a blast. It was so much better than I expected. And yeah, we're getting pretty good music here as well.
Yeah, this Future Zone's a pretty good tune. Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely some really good bops in that game, and in this as well, I would say.
Yeah, this is better than I would have expected. Like, it's not super exciting at the moment, but it'll probably pick up after a little while. Well, it turns out the manual is actually extremely difficult to find, which is fine. It's Magic Boy for the Super Nintendo.
I gave it to the players. I can link it in chat.
Oh, if you did, and if it's pinned there, that will be super easy. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like the timer isn't running.
Did I really not start the timer? Oh my gosh.
We do luckily have like one for the players that they can still use, so we can still track it at least.
Yeah, the one in Discord is going. Oh my gosh. Well, it wouldn't be a Kuso6rande without me messing up the timer somehow, right?
Yeah.
You just agree with that? Thanks.
Oh, I was distracted. I didn't catch what you actually said, so.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and see if I can edit this to start at like 4 minutes. Does that randomly work? Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll adjust it as we get closer to the end of the match. Whatever. Okay, I'm pulling up the manual, and I should have it in a little bit. Do. Tails4rande, thank you so much for subscribing. Let me go and read the introduction here. Okay, we're gonna do my old wizard voice, I think. Or my generic old voice, or maybe it's not even gonna be an old voice, it'll just be me. Okay. Introduction. It's hard work being on a wizard's apprentice, especially if you're a bit clumsy, or a bit absent-minded, or just a bit slow. Hewlett is all three, so one fine morning, when his master tells him to add parsley to the brew and he misunderstands and pours in mercury, it's no surprise that things go wrong. Terribly wrong. The botched spell has turned the wizard into a large and brightly colored elephant, and all the animals within 100-mile radius have been transformed from cute and cuddly to sharp and dangerous. The only way to fix things is to capture the altered animals, throw them in the jail cells, and then find the master and turn him back to his old self so that he can transform everything else back. Of course, the area within 100 miles of the castle contains a desert, an ocean, a toyland, and a super modern metropolis, but that just makes things interesting. See what happens if you mess up when there's magic in the air? Yeah, here's the deal. Parsley and mercury are like 0% related, so I'm a little disappointed in him. So I know that it was talking about a futuristic metropolis. Is that what the area that we're in here? Or is this plastic place?
This is Future Zone that we're in right now.
Ah, okay. And as far as I can tell, you do go travel through 4 worlds, and you visit each world twice. Is this the first visit to Future Zone?
This is the first visit, yes.
Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna see anywhere near completion for this game. Potato Fishy, thank you so much for the Christmas wishes and that sub. I actually, like, for a game that's sort of a collectathon, I actually kind of like this one because it changes up the game a little bit. What you do, you have to fight the enemies that you capture. You have to get them, you have to get to the end of the stage in a certain amount of time or they can get freed, I think.
Yeah, there is. You do have to do that or they will get freed, yeah.
Yeah, and it's sort of similar to Out to Lunch, if anybody has seen that for the Super Nintendo, where, again, you fight. That one, you're more fighting like food.
Yeah.
It's like food fight, except instead of fighting with food, you fight the food itself. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing you can find in some levels is you can find either a book or a rainbow that lets you just clear the level without having to destroy the enemies, and it can be helpful if you can find that.
Yeah, and I assume that the manual talks about that. Okami's completed a few of the levels in the zone. It doesn't look like they're necessarily doing them in order, which I don't believe you have to do them in order.
Oh.
In order to make progress.
I told them to do them in order, but you can do them in any order you want, as long as you can only do 1 through 4, then 5 through 8 after you beat 1 through 4.
Oh, you mean the levels in this zone specifically, or?
Yeah, 1 through 4 and 5 through 8 in this zone. Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I just missaw it.
Oh, what did you miss see?
Well, I thought that Okami was doing them not necessarily in order here. No,
Oh, wow.
Okami was. Okay, never mind. It's just that they're ordered in a stupid... It's the menu. The menu's dumb.
Yeah, it does. It isn't really the most intuitive.
Stupid menu.
He's making some pretty good progress.
Oh yeah, like already up to 6 or 7 here. Meta Knight, by the way, getting to 4. And, you know, it's early on. I fully expect the players to spend about the first half of the match learning the basics of how a game works, and the second half making the progress that they really want to make. I do see that Okami is running a little low on lives here. Are there continues in the game? What happens if they get game over?
So, if you get game over, you have to start from the previous world. The previous world you completed. There are passwords in the game that you get after every world.
Yeah, I would assume that they'd probably just load the state in that case.
Well, it might not always be the best to do that, but the only thing with the passwords is that they always start you with 0 continues, no matter how many you have remaining.
Ooh. Okay, so they don't have any continues going into this.
Well, from the state they have 2. They have one continue remaining.
Gotcha. That makes
sense. That's why I started them from a state and not a password.
Oh my gosh, Nat, thank you for all of those gift subs. You are pretty awesome. Seriously.
Yay.
Yeah, I met her a while ago in Arizona, a few years ago, and yeah, she was pretty cool. It's good to have you here.
Nice.
Meow!
Yeah, the sound effects or something.
I love it. Honestly, if somebody shot me and my last words, and you know, I had to choose my last words and I couldn't like think of words, I would probably just meow.
Oh, and it does look like Okami's getting pretty close to the end of this place. Yeah. Oh, and there are a lot of extra lives here also.
Oh, good. Okay. Okami hopefully will see them. I'm not a big fan of whatever the camera's doing over on his side, though.
Yeah, you can adjust the camera with like L and R, but if you keep doing it, it can be kind of disorienting.
Yeah. I'm glad that, like, spaceships count as monsters in this game. That's always cool.
Yeah, so that's the end of that section. And so now he'll be moving on to the second set of levels. And this introduces a kind of interesting twist. Here the monsters can shoot back.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sort of excited to see that because the game does, like, even when we had the first Kuso6rande match, like, the difficulty escalated really quickly for the players, and some of these levels get extremely difficult. I don't think that we've seen the back half of this game at all. You know, considering Okami got through that area super quickly, I think we're gonna see a lot of chaos when it comes to enemies fighting back.
Yeah, we probably will. Last time I think we saw some of Wet World, which is only the second world, so this is all like stuff we didn't see in the last match.
You know, Garb, I'm thinking a little bit about some of the aesthetic designs of this game, because it looks like, you know, the way that the screen was made, it's got the cut-off edges like it's a television screen. I don't really feel like there's any need to do that, but at the same time, it is so minimal here. You're not really losing any visible area, you know. It's just a tiny little touch that gives it a different feel from most other video games out there. I'd say, you know, not necessary, but it's actually kind of charming. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's also kind of nice just from being able to track the match, just because you can see it right on the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, what does it say on the bottom of the screen there?
Just that's how many monsters you've gotten out of. Like there, it shows that you've played all of them.
The HUD, how many monsters you've gotten in a specific level. It doesn't say which level they're currently on there, but it shows the number of lives, if they manage to collect, how far they are collecting extra. There's a thermometer. What's a thermometer? I know what a thermometer is, but why is there a thermometer in this?
So that shows you how long how much longer you have the power up for.
So Linkura is saying that her husband is wondering why this is Kuso. Why would you consider this Kusoge?
Well, it's a pretty unforgiving game with one hit kills, and the controls, they're pretty responsive, but there are so many things where you have to do things incredibly precisely, and there's not much forgiveness, and especially later on it gets really hard.
These ice physics for Okami, they are being a pain in the butt. Holy cow.
Yeah, yes, this level in particular is pretty tricky.
Well, everybody, this was published by Siberian Multimedia and Empire Interactive Europe, and it was developed by a company called Blue Turtle. They also made a Yogi Bear game. No. Did they work on Space Ace for Super Nintendo? Because if so, that explains a lot.
Oh.
I don't see them, like, it's a little bit weird. Okay, maybe because as far as I can tell, Blue Turtle only got credited for this specific game, but like they're still the Adventures of Yogi Bear on Mega Drive as well. I don't know, let me look at some of the specific people. Nick Pavis worked on this game. He also worked on Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Okay, and did the audio for Space Ace. Okay, so there we go. The wonderful sounds like made by the guy who programmed this game. Graphics in this game made by the same person who did graphics for Yogi Bear again. Bubble Dizzy, Captain Dynamo, the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy, Magic Land Dizzy. Yeah, okay, a lot of Dizzy games. Ooh, Ian Livingstone's Death Trap Dungeon. That's actually a pretty cool game to have on your list there. The music that you're listening to, by the way, was made by John Dale. He also did audio for like 2 other games, Pipe Dream and Exterminator, and didn't work on a whole lot of stuff. So, yeah, this was certainly a European-made game. It's funny, in the 90s, a lot of people, especially if you were in Europe working on video games, you often ended up collaborating with most of the other game developers at one point or another. Like, seriously, their list of games absolutely cross over all the time. All the time.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Okami might be pretty close to a game over. Here, I think he would want the power-up, but the power-up that can let give you unlimited range, but he didn't get it, so that's game over. I don't know if he'll try to load the site or use the password.
I think Okami is going to try the password, because loading the state, you do go to the previous world. By the way, one person who got a special thanks for this game was actually one of the senior engineers for the Metroid Prime series. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, and 3. So there is one person who, I don't know what they did for this, especially, but they definitely worked on a lot of other games out there, and probably, at the least, were an inspiration for the people working on Magic Boy.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, Chad is pointing out, by the way, that Meta Knight 3000 down on the bottom right is catching up to Okami. And yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Meta Knight is an extremely strong competitor. And remember, this is an elimination match. Somebody here is not going to be in Kuso6rande anymore. It's a very tough match to call. Both of these players are extremely strong.
Yeah. So, Meta Knight found something that might be an advantage. He found like a rainbow in the first level that will let him skip level without getting the monsters. So that will be an advantage if Okami doesn't ever find that.
So what's interesting as well is that these springs that Meta Knight is just trying to deal with, it seems like you can get some running speed in certain situations, but while you're bouncing, it's a lot harder to do that. And I'm not sure why. Is it just that while you're standing on a platform, you can run, but as soon as you're in the air, you start slowing down?
Yeah, so...
Okay, so
it depends on how... you like... So, you want to, like, keep holding the direction. If you stop holding the direction, you'll lose your speed, and it also matters, like, how quickly you're going.
Yeah, it seems like if you're holding right or left when you hit the spring, you get the ground running speed, but if you hit it after touching the spring, then you lose that speed. So you gotta be holding a direction before you bounce. And unfortunately, Meta Knight, death by snake projectile. It's like Jurassic Park, okay? Except instead of the spitting dinosaurs, it's spitting snakes.
Yeah.
Terrifying. I don't want to meet any spitting. Are there spitting snakes in this world?
Oh yeah, I think all the enemies can.
No, I mean in real life. In our world, Garb. do snakes spit?
Oh, I don't know.
And which Jurassic Park is this like? All of them. Didn't you see the dinosaur that Okami just murdered? / collected. Cornden says some snakes spit. Oh no. No, but I guess if they just spit on your skin, it's probably not gonna matter. It's like if you don't want it to happen, but just don't let it spit in your eyes. And snakes, they're not gonna be able to stand up and spit in your eyes. They probably just spit at your shoes, and you're like, ha, stupid snake. Shoes aren't even part of me, you dumb snake. They don't know that, though. They can't read books and find out what our weaknesses are.
Yeah.
They don't know biology. They're dumb. Stupid snakes.
I'm really happy with how quickly they're picking. They're both picking this game up. Like they're making it a lot harder than I was expecting this quickly. Oh, yeah, and like they're already this level is really hard. The one that Okami's on.
Yeah, someone is saying that one lizard launches blood from its eyes. I believe grasshoppers can spit blood out as well to scare things off as a defense mechanism. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. That's sort of like speed running. And let me explain. You use your health as a resource. Okay, you gotta use your health as a resource, and whatever manages to keep you alive, even if you lose a little health, it's fine.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Oh no, Okami is game over, and he will have to go back to the beginning of this game, although I think I saw an Among Us over on Meta Knight's screen.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the collectibles is just one of the munguses. Mungai? What's the correct plural?
Oh.
Bad Road, you're about right on the spelling for mungus. I would say it's M-U-N-G-U-S. Yeah, the mungus. I like that KM is showing up in chat and saying, "Oh no, it's Magic Boy." yeah, that's a proper reaction to what's going on here. But at the same time, I feel like out of all the games that are given out, this game, there's very little, or if any, randomness. It's going to be consistent, so when you gain knowledge about how different things work, you can fairly reliably make them work that way again. Okami, getting the springs down. Yeah, you can see that both of the players have learned how to deal with these springs. Although, Okami, oh my gosh, the ice is so evil. Oh.
Yeah. It does look like they're using the passwords generally instead of using the state, which I don't blame them for. They don't start with as many continues with this, but it takes a while to beat the first level, so I understand.
Okay, you know what, everybody? So I've learned, if you meet a spitting cobra, just put on some glasses. Ha! Cobra can't do anything about that. Glasses will protect your eyes. Probably safety glasses would be better, but any type of glasses will help a little bit. And then what's the spitting cobra gonna do? Just spin? And it's like, gross. Ah! Stupid snake. And yeah, it doesn't bother your skin, so it's like, ew. I got snake spit on me. Ew. Gross. You don't want that stuff in your mouth. Well, okay, don't let it near any open wounds. Don't. But then again, you really don't want any sort of liquid from any type of animal in your mouth. Wait, except for milk? I guess. Yeah. Never mind. I'm gonna stop this conversation right here because it's not going to lead to anywhere good. Oh. Milk, you want to have it pasteurized? Oh, watch out. Don't talk to people here in Utah then. There's a huge raw milk movement.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Okami, getting another game over, I think Okami may be considering what to do. Gonna go to the password screen? I believe so. Yeah.
One kind of nice thing with this game is that if you do enter a level that you didn't want to enter, or you soft lock yourself in a level, you can reset the level by like I think pressing select and then down on the menu to reset the level.
Ooh, okay. Raw milk is better than raw water. What does that mean, Bad Road? Isn't all water raw? You can't cook water.
Yeah.
You can boil water, but it's not cooked. It does not chemically change at all. Still H2O.
I have heard that fried water is a thing.
Fried water? That's dumb. There's no way. Fried water? How do you even fry water? Yeah, put some. That's how you start house fires, okay? You try frying water. Yeah. Grease fire.
I don't advocate doing that, but I just heard it's a thing.
Millennials trying to fry water. I'm a millennial. I can make fun of us.
I mean, same.
I'm like one of the early millennials, one of the older ones out there.
I'm probably like mid-ish millennial, like 91.
Yeah, that's a little mid. I'm 85. That's about as old as you get as a millennial.
Oh, there was a thing recently about someone battering and frying water that was in an edible casing, apparently.
Let me take a look and see if this is legit. Okay, I'm watching Discord, by the way, to see how on time we are with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because right now my timer says 29:30. Okay, there we go. I'm about 30 seconds off. So as soon as we hit that, okay, then I will change it. Not bad. I actually remembered to fix something about as correctly as possible. So here we go. Here is the time swap, everybody. And bam, we're right back on time. Perfect.
Yay.
Okay, so what happens with deep fried water? Apparently they use calcium alginate. So it's fried gelatin. It's not fried water. That's dumb. I don't want to fry my Jell-O, especially flavorless Jell-O. That's gross.
Oh, it looks like Meta Knight's stream is frozen. Or it's working, but it's frozen on your end, bro, Sencha.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and refresh both of the streams so that everybody can be caught back up. I'm showing Meta Knight as offline.
Oh.
That's okay. I'll go ahead and let him know. Yeah, everybody, you can blame Comcast for all of your problems. Don't tell them that I told you that. It's a good life hack, though. Okay. Game over for Okami. That is a little bit sad. Yeah, like, why would you want fried, tasteless Jell-O?
The crunch.
The crunch?
Yeah.
Jell-O should not be crunchy.
I mean, probably, but crunchy stuff, it's still texturally pleasing.
I guess. But if you crunch into it and then it's, I don't know. I have a lot of opinions. I don't want that. Maybe if you put it in the freezer, then it's just battered ice at that point. Do you want ice with batter on? I don't know.
Yeah,
gonna
ice chips would
pass.
work well as well. Ice chips would also work well. Yeah, that's true.
So, question: with your basic wand, are you able to shoot up? Because I've seen that some of the players have shot in an upward direction at one point or another. Is that an upgrade that you get in order to shoot different directions?
Yeah, that's a power up you can get. But the thing with the power ups is that they just spawn out of enemies and out of blocks, and after you get one, you have to wait for it to run out to return to your regular like forward shooting power up. So they can be kind of annoying or helpful depending on the situation.
Okay.
It does look like 90s is offline looking at Discord. So hopefully
I am. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and keep trying to refresh 90 now and then, see if the stream comes back up. Hopefully it does, because if not, I don't know. We've had it happen once or twice. It's all situational. We had a bug literally climb into somebody's computer and cause it to stop working. And yeah, that match, that's like one of the rare cases where we were actually like, yeah, we understand why your computer stopped working. Because of the literal bug causing a blue screen. Yeah. But yeah, Meta Knight sometimes has some issues with the internet. It's fine. Hopefully he is back.
Yeah. It does look like that when, like, as his stream was done, like he was pretty close to catching up to Okami. I think he was toward the end of the 3rd level. So, and Okami, I think, is made it to the beginning of about the middle of the 4th. So they aren't that far apart.
Yeah. With that said, you know, I do occasionally like to bring up like concerns that people have that maybe some of the players could potentially be doing questionable shenanigans while offline. But no, with like the players who make it this far genuinely enjoy playing bad video games and genuinely are pretty good at figuring them out. You know, Okami is a weird statistic guy. And I love him. I love having him around. He's hilarious. But yeah, he has done a lot of blind races in the past. Andy as well. It's well, I mean, any of the players who are in it right now, you know, they have a genuine love of a lot of these games and just experiencing. There's something about playing a game for an hour that you've never played before, and that most people would stop playing after about 5 minutes, because once you do play something like that, then you get to experience more than just the bad. You start seeing some of the good that comes through, and you also start seeing some of the absolutely terrible stuff that comes through, because there's just so much depth to a lot of these games. Game over again for Okami. I do wonder if Okami is going to reconsider using the password. I don't think so, though. I don't think he wants to set himself back, even though it wouldn't be a setback. It would probably be helpful to load the state.
Yeah, it might be good as like kind of a last attempt, maybe about 45 or so minutes in, maybe, but I don't know.
So, interesting thought here. Okami, after getting the game over, went to level 2 instead of level 1. I would say that's probably going to be fine, because Okami will eventually have to beat level 1 in order to move on. Okami has beaten it before, but in order to get past the first 4 stages in the set, he would have to go back to that level.
Yeah.
With that said, I do think that we should keep in mind if it does become fairly close between the players, one of whom we can see and one of whom we can't, then we should definitely judge it based off of the number of those levels completed in a go, because just skipping ahead to a level that you made to before, you'd still only complete one level at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that the way that the rules were stated allows for that little bit of change once they have beaten a level. I'm going to go ahead and say it's fair game. So right now, Meta Knight is still... Oh, Meta Knight's back! We see a level that I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this is the third level. Yeah, this is the third level of the Sandlands. So he has been here before, but hopefully he can do it this time.
Okami potentially could be doing exploration as well, rather than necessarily just playing through straight. And yeah, I'd definitely say that if you're skipping certain levels and go into some of the later levels, they really won't count as levels completed until you've beaten the earlier ones in that playthrough.
Yeah.
So if for some reason Okami went and beat level 4, level 3, level 2, but not level 1, it would count as no levels completed, I believe.
Well, yeah, that might be like big. Well, yeah, in general, that'd probably be a way to handle it, just in case level 1's really hard.
Yeah, and if they go, I think that would be a fair way to do it. It's definitely was stated that they should be completing the levels in order.
Yeah, Meta Knight is on to level 4 now, which is he could potentially pass Okami here. I wasn't sure, but I'm not sure if Meta Knight was able to play, but I'm not sure if we should give him like bonus time or not.
Well, Meta Knight hasn't said anything about internet being down, so I would say that we will give no additional time unless the player specifies that they had to take additional time or that the internet was down. I assume that he just kept playing and hoped that the internet came back. That's generally how he tackles things.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end of the match, but yeah, they're really doing well. And yeah, so it looks like yeah, Okami is currently on the third level of this, and it looks like Meta Knight is on the fourth.
By the way, I'm letting Okami know again that we are not going to count any of the playthroughs that if he only completes later stages and not earlier ones. And from here on out, in order for it to count for Okami, they must be done in numerical order.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I think they're both like just about as far as they've made it. It's like they're both like setting PBs potentially with this level.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a rainbow here that can let them skip the level, but it's ridiculously hard to get because you have to shoot it from...
There's the Mungus! Okami just got it!
Oh.
Sorry, I was very excited, okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you have to shoot it from the right and then go all the way to the left before it despawns, and you have to be really precise. And that's only if they can find it, which I don't think they know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Meta Knight found it. So, but he has to go all the way back to get it.
Okay, Okami has gotten all of the monsters in that level and moves on to level 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so in general, I feel like it is somewhat easy. Let me go ahead and talk about a little bit about theories when it comes to communication online. It is sometimes possible for certain things to be stated but misinterpreted, and because of that, I do not want to nullify a significant amount of time that Okami has put into this, like 5 or 10 minutes. I don't want to just go and nullify that, but instead clear up what we meant and make sure that in future attempts, if Okami does have future attempts, he does follow what we're trying to get across with what we stated earlier. So this is a good attempt that Okami is having right now. In the future, Okami will need to do levels 1 and 2 in the correct order instead of switched up.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's how things go, you know. Sometimes you gotta make the calls.
Oh, that's a game over for Meta Knight.
Well, yeah. Meta Knight is probably going to go and enter the password. I think with this much time left, that is the correct call. Meta Knight has learned the levels in Section 2 of World 1 fairly well so far, especially 1, 2, and 3. It's just that level 4, there's so many projectiles going on. It's very easy to accidentally die.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's an issue at that level. Ooh, and that's the end of that level for Okami, the end of level 5.
There we go. Okami has Among Us again. I don't know what that power up does, but the manual may say there are various pickups, and it does not have pictures of the pickups. Thank you.
Yeah, that's... So that blue shooting power up, that's like the Among Us. It just like lets you shoot without like shoot through walls, which is both good and bad because it doesn't let you get power ups. So like it, and it also runs out really quickly. So you have to use it quickly if you want to use it efficiently. Oh, okay. Okami did it in level 7, but then he immediately exited out, so...
Yeah, okay, we're good. Let's see. I'm taking a look at some of the hints and tips. It talks about going to secret bonuses. I would say that in a game like this, that might actually be beneficial in some way. Ah, the spring! Oh, Okami, that is a game over. Why might it be beneficial? As you see Meta Knight doing the bonus here and getting an extra life because of it. And
yeah,
extra lives are super important.
Yeah, a lot of these have like bonuses, and they also just let you immediately exit the levels, so it's really helpful in a lot of cases.
So basically, if you can find a bonus area, you do the bonus area. That's not true in a lot of games, but again, you know, this is all about learning what to do in order to just make a little more progress than your last playthrough. And Meta Knight definitely has the right thinking there going to the bonus.
Yeah.
We don't have a whole lot of time either. Like, we've only got about 12 minutes left.
Yeah, it's still definitely a really close race.
Yeah. I do like that one of the hints and tricks in the manual is specifically, don't take too long to finish a level. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't the enemies start breaking out of the doors at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah, it can be really bad if that happens.
Yeah, honestly, it just becomes sort of a waste of time because, you know, they're back out into the world. Not only that, but you may be at an area where it's going to be either difficult or impossible to get back down to the enemy.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Don't let them escape, okay? Finish the level quickly, and don't deal with the drama of the monsters getting back out, okay? After all, you are... What's your name again? Hewlett. Like Hewlett Packard, like the printing company, okay? You are a living, breathing printer that was brought to life by magic, and because of that, you're a dumb boy. Magic boy, but dumb boy. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Meta Knight has found the rainbow, but it's really tricky to get, so I don't blame him for not really trying to get it. Because all the power-ups despawn after about 10 or so seconds.
Yeah. I do wonder, you know, I'm thinking about the way that this game works. There are plenty of traps and pitfalls to it. I might say that for a game with limited lives and continues, some of these traps are a little bit cruel. Usually you can predict, though, just looking at the traps, what is above, are you going to land, or if you hit a spring to the left, will you go where you need to go, or is it going to throw you in insta-kill water? You know,
yeah.
Honestly, the game is not too terribly designed. It's frustrating. But
it's nice how generous the scrolling is. That definitely helps.
Yeah, I really enjoy the camera. It's just that maybe some of the platforming is overly cruel. Like Meta Knight having to do some precise platforming in order to get over to this conveyor belt. And that's not like an exception to the rule. It is what you have to do all the time while playing this game. Not only that, but as far as I know, when there are disappearing platforms, they're gone. They do not come back unless you die.
Yeah, you either have to die or reset the level.
Yeah, and because of that, you know, you may just end up getting to the point where you cannot beat the level. And that is an unfortunate thing of game design, that when you have a life-based system is a little unforgivable, I think. Oh, there we go. Meta Knight almost beat the level, but the monsters escaped right before. Wait, no, I guess Meta Knight did complete it. Okay.
I guess he did it just in time.
Just in time, the monsters escaped, but luckily the wizards were like, counts. Sure, there you go. I swear, 3 of these hints in the manual are about finding hidden bonuses. I get it, okay? I absolutely get it. By the way, there's something that talks about a compass screen and making use of the compass screen if you think you've taken too long, or if you can't get back to a part of the level you need to get back to. Does that basically mean, like, if you think you can't complete a level, just exit out of it and enter it again?
Yeah, so if you don't press down after exiting out of level, it'll spawn you where you were previously. And if you press down after going back to the level select, you'll reset the level.
Okay, I actually think that helps with a lot of the frustration that you are able to quit a level if it's become unbeatable, get back into it without losing a life. I support that.
Yeah, they're both at the same part right now, pretty much. Oh, but I think Okami missed one of the enemies, so he might be able to find like a book or a rainbow to exit level though. Oh, it's so close right now.
Yeah, they have the same. Oh, there, Okami got one more enemy. One more than Meta Knight. Meta Knight collecting that enemy right now. Okami beating the level, and Meta Knight is going to complete it right here, I believe, if things go right. Yeah, there we go. Meta Knight is through. So, essentially, it's a tie 53 minutes in.
Oh, in this level, you pretty much have to use the downward shooting power-up, and it's pretty tricky to get as well. But luckily, Okami was able to get it, and it went the wrong way for Meta Knight with that.
Oh no! What do you mean it's tricky to get?
Like, depending on exactly where you are and where you shoot the enemy, that will determine where, like, the power up, the trajectory of the power up, and it's possible for it to fly out of where you can get it.
That is interesting design. Well, I would say that right now it looks like Meta Knight got a game over. Okami is definitely in the lead. Meta Knight still has, I think, one last shot to get caught back up, but it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
And Okami having 2 lives at this point, honestly, is not in too much of a risk of losing. As long as Okami doesn't waste these lives, I feel like Okami could solidify the victory here. Just do not accidentally jump in the water, okay? Collect the bird, and then you're done. You're safe. Yeah! And there we go.
That level is definitely a really tricky level, so that was nice.
Now this is level 8 of the back half of Sandland. Okami just about to complete this world. That would be 2 halves of worlds completed. That would be a pretty significant amount of progress here. Although Okami taking a death there, I do not know if Okami will be able to beat this level. We'll see. We've got a few minutes left.
One tricky thing with this is that if you grab one power-up, that'll deactivate the effects of the other power-up. So there is a blue potion at the beginning that protects you from most of the projectiles, but getting the Among Us there, like, really makes you just lose the blue potion.
Let me just say, I'm so glad you call it the Among Us now.
Yeah, that's just the easiest way to say it.
It's peer pressure, everybody. This is how peer pressure works, okay? You say something until everybody's saying it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Okami. I don't think Okami meant to hit that spring on the left, but it worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we go. The level is completed, and I believe Okami has completed Sandland Section 2. And look at that hideous password. That's how I pronounce it. Skith.
These passwords are amazing. I don't even remember this level because there's a rainbow way at the beginning level that you can use to skip it you shoot the right bricks. So I don't know how this level even goes. So I'll see how it goes, I guess, if he doesn't find the rainbow.
I don't think Okami's gonna lose at this point. I don't think Meta Knight is gonna be able to catch up. It's just there is not enough time. And Okami is still making a really good push through this first part of the next world.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's like possible at this point. Well, unfortunately, but they both played really well.
Yeah, they did. The big thing is that I think Meta Knight got a little bit unlucky trying to figure out how to get through level 8 of this world, which honestly, I don't blame him at all. Most people are going to have that happen to them the first time they get there. Okami just either got lucky or was really paying attention to environmental cues.
Yeah.
And it could be either. But yeah, we've pretty much got our person who's eliminated from Kuso6rande. It's a sad thing, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll see what happens in the next few minutes or so. I don't know. I always say there can be a miracle that happens. You never really know. We've seen miracles in video games before. We've seen comebacks in the last 10 seconds of matches. We've seen wrong warps happen for some weird reason, and we don't ban wrong warps.
You never know. Maybe Meta Knight will find just a wrong warp to wetland, and I'd be really happy and it would be really cool if he did, because that would cut a lot of time off the run.
That's probably not gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, it makes me think of one of the Athena matches that we had that, seriously, I think the only reason Slow Beef lost was because Tetsuya got a wrong warp that managed to insta-kill a boss. And it was ridiculous. I think it was Tetsuya who got it, but yeah, that was amazing. Well, here we go, and we are done with this game. That is Magic Boy for the Super Nintendo, everybody.
Yeah, that was a great match. They both did really well, but yeah, that was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna invite them to join General Voice to come and chat if they would like. I would love to hear opinions about this. Hello there, Okami. Welcome and congratulations. You took the victory today.
Thanks. I was very worried.
Why so?
Look. We weren't able to do a match for a little while, and the entire time after I saw Nighty lose to Yagamoth, and I'm like, oh god, I have to fight Nighty. I've been living the past month in existential dread for when that time comes.
Yeah, almost Meta Knight is such a strong player. Like, absolutely. I completely understand why you would be concerned about this match. And 53 minutes into the match, it was a tie.
Jeez, really? All right, well, at least we were able to stay on pace with one another.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that on level 8 of Sand World, you cleared Sand 7 at the same time. You got the power-up that let you shoot down, and Meta Knight didn't. And unfortunately, that was his last life. He died to the snake going down, and that solidified your victory.
It took me a second to. It's the one that I'm thinking of. It took me a second to. As I looked at it, I'm like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And then I fired my wand, and I'm like, oh, I can shoot down now. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts about the game, Okami? Since you have a copy of this game, as far as I know.
Yeah.
That you've never played.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that we were loading into a state, I would have definitely considered just loading up my copy of the game, loading up my capture card and playing on that. But the game, if it was, I think it would be a better game if it was as generous on lives as the state started us on. Because that first world, that first set of 8 stages wasn't too bad because we had a bunch more lives to get through it. So it was pretty manageable, but then I got a game over on the next set of 8 stages and it's like, oh, 3 lives, no continues. Oh.
Yeah, I'm letting Meta Knight or Nighty know, Meta Knight know that that was a fantastic way to go. If I were to be eliminated from a tournament, this is the way that I would want to go. You know, have it be this close. With that said, Okami, where do you put this scale of 1 to 10? Where do you put this game?
In general, I put it about a 6. As a Kuso game, an 8.
Okay, a 6. As a Kuso game, an 8. Okay, like 8 is in...
8 is in, I enjoyed the game. I'm glad this game broke the curse of I always get PC games this tournament because like I've only had one other game so far this year that has been like not like DOS, C64, or Amiga. So it broke that curse.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Okay, you broke the curse of having PC games.
Yeah, because that's apparently a big weakness of mine. I'm surprised I handled the DOS games in group stages as well as I did, because DOS is not my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I love that we are getting a bigger variety of games, a bigger variety of platforms. Of course, it does throw people for a loop with the number of DOS games that we've had, but what can you say now that we can easily do DOS? It's so tempting. There's so much.
Yeah. Like, even if I don't know much about DOS, I know how much there is on DOS, and how much of it is pretty obscure, so...
Yeah.
It does seem like a natural fit.
Well, Okami, you will be moving on to the next round in the loser's bracket, which is going to be Do My Eyes Deceive Me? Specifically, it's going to be a game that looks good, but is not. Yeah.
Well, if my eyes don't deceive me looking at the challenge, I might have a chance to get revenge on some girl.
Some girl? Oh, that is... Oh my gosh.
Some girl took me down last year in Kuso, and I took down some girl over on Snake's Mystery Triathlon a few weeks back, so we're 1-1 now.
I love it. This is going to be a hot match. And some girl won last Kuso6rande, so, you know,
Yes.
you'll be going against the champion.
Yeah, assuming some girl, because some girl does still have to go through a match, but hey, if I do manage to beat some girl, that means we're definitely getting a new champion this year.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And that always makes me happy. Well, Okami, I think that's all that I had for you. Garb, is there anything else?
That's about it. GG.
GG. All right, take care, both of you. We will see you later.
See y'all.
Bye. Well, everybody, I do want you to know that all of the players in the bracket do receive prizes. Meta Knight didn't come in chat, but that's okay. He will still be getting up to $10 of games on Steam, as well as the movie The Wicker Man, starring our favorite Nick Cage. What a boy. Okay. Has bees. Yeah, it's a game. It's not a game. We should make a movie of The Wicker Man. Not a movie, a game. What the frick am I even talking about? Bilby Coder, thank you for those gift subs. I'm gonna run a 1-minute ad and we will be back with the reveal for the second game today. Everybody, bees back in a minute. He's back, yeah. You take back those gifts, Bilby. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is what happens, everybody. This is what happens. Are there any games where you play as Nick Cage? I don't know. I mean, if you count Fantasia for Genesis, because Nick Cage starred in Sorcerer's Apprentice, so technically he might be Mickey Mouse. Peachy Chan, thank you for the sub. A Wicker Man game I actually feel would be amazing. I would love that.